Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, Spazzy here, aka Syndromes, and it has finally happened. Actually, it has happened a few days ago. Avorion 1.0 has released on Steam, making this game finally released, complete, and added a lot of new items and things, and I think one of the first things you already can see is, in fact, this space station on the loading screen. You can already see that they have done away with the purely randomly generated ships. They have added these sort of styles to it, which we'll see a little bit, further down into this video. But yeah. Now, the reason why I didn't instantly make a video about this is because I knew that in 2020, if a game was released, then it's going to be playable once they apply all of the hot fixes and hot patches and all the other hot things. And, I also was somewhat busy. As for this playthrough, though, I'm going to play the game unmodded, and without any specific theme, apart from some personal choices, such as not using pre-built ships. Everything that I play is going to be, my own design. And secondly, I'm going to be playing on normal difficulty with the goal that I'm going to finish the game for once, right? So I think that's a Let's Play that we haven't done for a while. So with that in mind, I kind of hope that we actually, do this properly this time. A month ago, I posted a vote regarding how you would prefer these Let's Plays to happen in the future. So would you like unedited footage, or edited footage, or lightly, time skip kind of thing? And the majority of the votes have gone for a 40-minute unedited footage, like one of the very first ones that we did. It was the Adventures of the Discovery, and I think that, might as well. It's also kind of easier to make, so, nothing stops me from hopping on Avorion after work. But that being said, I am going to say right now that I'm not going to make this a daily upload, like I usually did. Because of the current events in the world, I have to focus on my job a little bit more to make sure that my paycheck is comfortable, as I'm used to it, so I don't really have as much time to sit at the PC anymore. But, with that in sight, let's start the timer. We're going to be playing for 40 minutes, and we're going to start off a completely new galaxy. So the galaxy is going to be... It's going to be Let's Play. The Seed, if you want to follow the same kind of, progression. The Seed is going to Spazzy, collision damage is going to be full, difficulty is going to be normal, and we're going to start off. So, one thing to keep in mind is that I've done, mostly because of my own accord, I made sure to not spoil anything. I know they changed a lot of things in the game, and some of them relates to the bosses, some of them relates to the mechanics. I haven't seen all of them, so I don't want to spoil this for myself. This is 1.0. This is my chance to actually play through the game properly without having to worry about stuff like that. So yeah, let's see what happens. And we have arrived. You can already see they have changed the way that the stations are generated and designed. They are much more, as you can see, they're much more detailed in terms of how it's actually built. It really looks cool. So, we are in the starting system of the Unul. The Unul. So, let's take a look. What the hell are these people? It's the Unul. Diplomacy. Traits tend to send fewer reinforcements when supporting allies. We don't know anything about anything. So they're peaceful, they're careful, they're generous, they're honorable, and they are very trusting. So it's going to be easier for us to actually make, diplomatic relations with them. As already mentioned in one of the previous episodes, they have one of the changes that they have immediately done is introduce like a whole much more titanium in the starting system. I remember back in the day we had like 2, maybe 3 rocks worth of titanium, and now they have added a lot more. So I'm kind of tempted to see how is that going to affect our overall build quality. So, regarding the ships that I'm going to... I don't want to limit myself. Like, this is going to be kind of like base playthrough. Once this is done, we can kind of, you know, do all of the, you know, additional challenges and themes and settings. Right now, I just kind of want to make a ship and see where it goes. So, what we're going to do is I'm going to gather just a little bit more of these titanium asteroids. We're going to see what happens. That being said, I still need like 500 just to create the ship itself. So I will need some iron. It's actually been a while since I've played this game, so I'm very much inclined to see what happens. As for the ship design themselves... Maybe something that isn't symmetrical, like purposefully not symmetrical. Maybe something that is kind of, you know, industrial design. I think that sounds like the plan right now. The one thing I did before starting this Let's Play is I removed every and all auto-saved ships. For one thing, I'm pretty sure they don't really work with this version anymore. That's one thing. And secondly, I kind of want to see that progression again. I am going to be, as usual, taking suggestions from the comments. And since I'm not going to be recording every single day, maybe like once 2 days, you'll have time to comment, and I will make note of them, implement it in the playthrough as I go through. That's the overall idea. So right now I'm looking for 500 titanium iron to actually create the first ship. So let's just munch through this asteroid and we can begin. There are some changes in the mechanic overall. The complete list of changes I guess we could look up, but I'm kind of hesitant to do that. Oh, and one of the things I really want to instantly do is ask about the home sector, which we are going to tag right now for later. Okay, let's found our new ship. Oh... names. The names are usually the most problematic thing. I think what I'm going to do is I am going to open up the culture series. Sorry, the culture series ship names. And we're going to take a look at this. So, Determinist, the Irregular Apocalypse, No More Mr. Nice Guy, Profit Margin, Nervous Energy, Prosthetic Conscience, Revisionist, Trade Surplus, The Ends of Invention. I like that name, actually. The Ends of Invention. Yeah, that sounds like a proper name. So it looks like we instantly get a ship reconstruction token. So that is pretty frickin' neato. But that being said... is this it? Mirrors, rotate this ship. Repair, save designs. Oh, they changed the whole thing a little bit. Show hotkeys. Yeah, I kind of want to change this into iron, so I guess I'll just modify the entire ship. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, that's one thing I really wanted to quickly note of. I'm going to refrain from just upscaling an existing ship, because that's one of the ways to make it better, just make it, you know, more powerful. But I kind of don't like doing that, because it means that it takes away from the necessity of, you know, actually working on the ship. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to our titanium. We're going to go for a integrity field generator core. I'm going to make sure that the center of the ship is in fact in the center. And the first thing I'm going to do is add some control surfaces. Something like this. Though granted, we don't really have that many. It is still going to help us control the ship a little bit better. In theory, anyway. And as for the rest, we're going to make ourselves some titanium engines. So as usual, that's going to be something like that. This is going to be the overall first shape that we're going to be taking. And with that in mind, your acceleration is low. So how about if I fix that? First of all, I'm going to make sure that my crew is auto-assigned. And apparently that fixed the issue. Okay, the second thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to get some miners. This obviously sends us way above the crew mount threshold that we have, so we're just going to plop down a crew quarters. I guess we're going to make our crew compartments somewhere in the... It's easy to say that I want to place it in the back, but you know what? I've never actually made an interesting looking ship that has like a front-facing crew quarters. So I'm just going to put it like this. There we go. So yeah, right now this ship looks very bare. Like, terribly bare. But with that in mind... So for some reason, we started off with just completely regular turrets. Like, these things are not even auto turrets. So we'll just have to work with that. Ooh. I didn't really notice, but I almost hit the full limit. Just by creating the ship. My energy limit is very, very bad. So installing stuff like dampeners is going to have to wait a little bit. I still need to find that claimable asteroid as well, so I can buy myself a captain. Hire myself a captain. That's not the right thing. That'd be slightly problematic. So yeah, this is going to be the first idea. Actually, I might not even install it on this ship. I might actually just create a drone. I was like making drones for these sort of playthroughs. It's actually going to look like a drone. It's going to be neat and small and cute. With the idea that at some point we're going to place a single upgrade on it, which is probably going to be a mining system, so we can find all the hidden asteroids. And once we hit the, you know, the proper mining guns, the R-type mining guns, we're gonna make an actual mining barge. Probably out of iron or something. Big and chubby. There's many things that I really want to try in this Let's Play. I want to finally do some trading, I want to finally do some sort of base management thing. So right now I'm probably not going to do any combat in a ship like this, not without some armor. But that is the overall idea. So, where is that claimable asteroid? This might be it. Let's quickly grab that. There we go. We're gonna sail it. We're gonna sell it instantly. And with that in mind, we're going to go and grab ourselves something nice. So we want a captain, we want 2 mining turrets, preferably, you know, regular ones, because the ship is going to have a captain anyway. And then we're going to design a mining drone to supplement our current fleet. Of course, I'm using the term fleet very, very generously. This is not a fleet just yet. So we're gonna see how that works. Let's make sure we don't accidentally do exactly what I just said. Okay, special offer off. That is very nice. Deficiency 12.6, 13.5. I'm going to buy 2 of these. Generator upgrade. Military control systems, I might need those a little bit later. I've never been a fan for both, like the armed and unarmed ones. I would usually like to specialize my ships. But that's it. Let's see. Do you have... No, you do not. That's okay. I think the resource depot should have. No. Looking for a captain. Not really sure why is it so hard to do. Commanders. Lieutenants. I wonder if that's actually one of the changes they've done. They might have moved the captains and high-class personnel to specific stations, which would be kind of bad for us, actually. Okay. If that is in fact the case, I'm going to make some adjustments to the shippy of mine. We have 1,500 titanium, so we're just going to use that. We're going to slap down a titanium generator. Something like this, yes. It'd actually be even smaller than that. Yeah, something like that. There we go. And also, I'm going to slap down some energy containers, because those are actually very important. I've never actually used a lot of them, but they are actually pretty important for a ship like this. That's my graphics card you hear. Spooling up and down. Has a habit of doing that. Because MSI is special like that. Okay. So, let's travel through east-northeast, yes, this one. Let's travel through, let's meet the adventurer. Let him give us the scanner thing. Kind of standard practice. There we go. Avorion. According to the legends, it appeared to the center of the galaxy after the event 200 years ago. Absolutely. Okay, what happened? Like, the thing is, I've already read all of this. Okay, there we go. That's the radar upgrade. Thank you! And goodbye. So, the ship upgrade can be installed on the ship. We're going to do that just now. Boosh. And now we're going to be very, very aware of all the good things about around and about. So, do any of you have a commander? I need someone to fly the ship for me as I sit in the back and consume Doritos. Hey! A plastic manufacturer. Does that mean that my commander is going to be rocking huge fake tits? Haha. Let's take a look. Ooh, that's cool. The tractor beam actually works. 16. There we go. Okay, so this ship can now do the do, which I'm really glad about, because I'm going to go back and make a mining drone so that this thing can actually be used for exploration and all the other nonsense that goes along with it. So let's just make our way back. Oh, that's a cool design. There's probably some sort of freighter. I like how I said... that I'm going to go for, like, non-symmetrical designs, and just the first thing I do is just make a perfectly symmetrical ship so far. And this is... I don't know if this is going to be our main ship yet. But what I do know is that I want to make a drone. And we're just going to do that right now. So, I need a name for a mining ship. Let's consult the Wikipedia. Live it, Gumbloat, Kiss My Ass, Prime Movers, Screw Loose, Invincible, Arbitrary, Big Sexy Beast, Dramatic Exit, Credibility Problem, Happy Idiot Talk, Minority Report, Only Slightly Bent. Yes, yes. That sounds like an amazing name for a ship of this kind. So, how this is going to work is I'm going to simply plop down a titanium engine. I'm going to make sure that kind of like this. It's going to be provided like a thruster on the other side. That's probably fine. Oh! I can have the ship's name! Haha, that's actually beautiful. I like the idea. Okay. So that is perfectly fine, if you don't count our lack of rollies. Okay, there you go. Yeah, rolling is fine. So with that in mind, let's put down our mining turrets. Oh, this thing is zippy. Or at least it's responsive. I don't think it's zippy. So, fire through. Like 4. Oh. Why doesn't it auto... Okay, that is actually stupid. Yeah, we don't need as many crewmen. Technically, if we grab the captain off of this ship... Yeah, there we go. Okay. And with that in mind, please, go do the thing. Go! Go on, little one! So yeah, let's actually quickly enter the ship. Let's actually save designs. Ship autosaves. These are some sort of like default designs that I don't really care for. Ship autosaves. These are our designs. Okay, let's rename it to Only Slightly Bent. And there we go. Please become the miner. And that's about it. Okay, ladies and gents, this is going to be it for the first episode, I think. Oh, why does it do that? I know. I I kind of wish there was a way to disable these tutorials, since they're not really all that relevant to me specifically. But there you go. So with a mining ship, and us mining at the same time, we should be able to just grab a more or less decent amount of resources before we start setting out. I'm going to basically... I'm gonna aim for kind of fleshing the ship out a little bit, and then we can start moving around, exploring a little bit. Because right now this thing is slightly bare, as you can see. So yeah, time to play Avorion again, guys. And I'll see you in the next episode. Cheerio!